Hello.
Years, you guys have been asking for RGB kits. After many rounds of designing, prototyping, and testing, we have finally brought your idea to life. Introducing the Light Mode Night Shift. You might be wondering how our technology differs from regular LED strips. On the left, we have a regular LED strip. On the right is ours. The key difference here is the diffusion of light. The challenging part was getting this diffusion while still being low profile, flexible, and water resistant. All of the LED products on the market today only have a couple of these features, never all of them, until now. Let me tell you how the Night Shift outperforms our previous kits. Compared to our previous gen, your Night Shift will glow brighter, last longer, all while being powered by a smaller controller. So back us today and help bring this project to life.
A few years ago, I had my bike stolen and I was pretty bummed. I didn't know what to do. They had cut my lock, which I thought was super secure, and that's how you protect your bike. But sure enough, that didn't work. I went all over Craigslist trying to find that bike that I surely loved, but it was nowhere to be found. And that had me thinking, you know, isn't there a better solution to locks? Something digital, a way of tracking your bike at all times, but nothing existed in the market. And then Apple, they came out with the AirTag, and I thought, hey, that'd be a sweet new tracking device to put on a bike, since it utilizes the iPhone network to track, you know, any missing products that you stick it on. I went to the drawing board, designed some prototypes of what would work on my bike and what I wanted to see, and that's how I came across, you know, my ultimate design of the Omni Tracker. The Omni Tracker is a casing that attaches to a bike, and it will allow you to hold an Apple AirTag, a TileMate, or the Chipolo One Spot. I wanted something that was a hard shell case that had a mounting bracket on there, so you can mount it under your water bottle cage. You could mount it on any threaded piece on your bike that you'd like to hide your tracker on. The design is rugged, it's sleek. It also keeps the tracking device from getting wrecked by weather, as well as drops and bumps while you're biking. The Omni Tracker you can use on your mountain bike, you could use it road biking, and you can also use it on a city bike just cruising around. The first thing you do is pick a tracker, and then you would put it in the Omni Tracker, and then you would close it, slide it in a spot on a bike that you think would be a perfect mounting point. I choose under the water bottle cage just because it's very well hidden and it's easy to get to if needed. You take out one bolt, then you slide underneath, screw that bolt on, and it's good to go. After a long day of mountain biking, there's nothing better than ending at an awesome brewery and having that victory beer. But in the back of your mind, you're always going to be thinking, is my bike fine on my car rack? Is it fine leaning against that brewery wall? You know, you never know. But if you pull the Find My app on your iPhone, you can always track your bike using the Find My app network that pings off other iPhones. I know how much it sucks to get your bike stolen and never get it back. You know, I just want to make sure that I can help that next person from getting their bike stolen and put an end to bike thieves.
RGB strips have exploded in popularity, and so have their controller chips. However, current controllers are not customizable or modular, and development boards such as the Arduino are tedious to set up, bulky, and don't have a sleek profile. At Anavio Labs, we're on a mission to fuse convenience and customizability into one single device.
Introducing the next generation of LED controllers, Glow Pixel and Glow Spark. So what can you do with them? Here are some of our personal favorites.
Pixel and Spark are Wi-Fi enabled, Arduino compatible RGB strip controllers designed for countless applications.
They have rugged screw terminal connectors preventing loose connections or short circuits. The controllers feature a mode button to change LED colors manually. Just squeeze the side of the device and you're good to go. Spark and Pixel can be controlled using our mobile app. Use this app to set timers, trigger events, automate your home, and more.
Why two devices, you may ask? In the market, two types of RGB LED strips dominate: 3-pin ARGB and 4-pin RGB. To bring the power of Glow to as many strips as possible, we created Pixel, designed for ARGB, and Spark, optimized for 4-pin RGB.
What else can they do? For that, we need to pop the hood. Spark and Pixel are unique from other controllers in that they can be modified, reprogrammed, or repurposed. The controllers use the make-your-favorite ESP8266 as their CPU and have USB interfaces for quick programming. The devices are Arduino compatible, so you can upload your own software for your projects. Just plug the device in with its USB-C cable, open your program, and hit upload. Both Spark and Pixel feature 14 accessible GPIO pins, including I2C, analog, digital, and PWM. Connect modules and sensors to Glow and make your projects come to life.
Be it a PID desktop golf ball balancer or a plant water meter, the possibilities are endless. Glow Pixel and Glow Spark are our second generation of Glow LED controllers. With the success of our first Kickstarter campaign in 2020, we decided to embark on the next generation of Glow. We have worked with qualified electrical engineers and product designers to produce our prototype and aim to complete fulfillment by September. Your pledge will help cover tooling and app development costs. Back our campaign
for your very own Glow LED controller.
Life is complicated. Scrubbing your back shouldn't be. That's why we created Simply Scrub. Oppo was first released in 2019 for the office worker, designer, gamer, and everyone in between. We've sold over 5,000 units in 19 different countries, including the UK, US, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, and Latvia. And now the unique ergonomic wrist support is back, and even better. Introducing Oppo 2.0, the innovative alternative to traditional mouse and keyboard pads. We've taken feedback from our users and improved the design, and now we're ready to scale. Help us develop and expand Oppo 2.0 further by raising the funds required to create more designs and enter more markets.
I did it.
Hi, I am Radim, founder of my Age Health project. Thanks to my academic career and millions of data collected from our previous project for elite athletes, we are now able to provide accessible solution and guide for health improvement and even reverse aging.
To reach your goal,
Please help us make our dream come true.
MyAge.Health is a groundbreaking reverse aging system. Stop aging and start getting younger. Enjoy your life to the fullest.
This is a robotic helping hand, which is a side project that I've been working on that tracks the movements of your soldering iron to update the position of the circuit board that you're working on in real time. It has 3 main modes, the first of which being shown here, which is just a default tracking mode. And then secondly, there's a lock mode. This mode just locks the PCB in place when you found a desired position to solder in. The last mode is calibrate, which upon being pressed registers the current position of the soldering iron is home. And all of this stems from the desire to not have to manually manipulate the circuit board. I've been using a Radio Shack helping hand for my entire life, and this is kind of standard procedure for anybody else who's soldering at home or is a hobbyist, and these things are super clunky and cumbersome. For example, if you just wanted to move it up and to the right, you'd be adjusting multiple joints and it would still be swaying left and right when you didn't want it to while soldering. As a result, I wanted something that could just intuitively pick up the way I wanted to move the circuit board based on how I was adjusting the position of my soldering iron, and that's basically exactly what this robotic helping hand does. It's almost like a little mini desktop Jarvis or something like that. Here's a full parts list for all the required components to build a robotic helping hand. Starting off with something that's not on the list is this 3D printed base. It has 4 3M rubber bumpers on the bottom for grip so that it doesn't move around when soldering. Next we have the custom PCB with an Arduino Nano and 2 metal geared MG996R servos with a pan tilt kit. This allows the platform to move both horizontally and vertically in response to yaw and pitch changes on the gyroscope. Next up is the upper 3D printed body part, which mounts to the plate of the tilt servo through 2 M3 screws. This upper body part obviously holds the 2 alligator clips which mount to the PCBs or circuit boards you'd be soldering. And lastly, you have the 3D printed attachment for your soldering iron that would connect the gyroscope to the PCB. To talk a bit more about the PCB I designed, it interfaces directly with an Arduino Nano that takes input from the MPU 6050 through these 4 male header pins that are labeled with the SDA, SCL, VCC, and ground connections, and then you have the pan and tilt servos that would connect through these 6 male header pins here. And then the entire thing is just powered through this micro USB here. So through this 80 centimeter long jumper cable that's included in the kit, you would plug it directly into the gyroscope that's on the soldering iron and then connect the corresponding pins to the PCB. The 3D printed gyro attachments interface with both round style soldering irons and the TS100. Now to talk a bit about the code, it's based heavily on Jeff Roberg's MPU DMP6 library, and essentially what it's doing is fetching the raw data for the yaw and pitch angles and converting them to Euler angles through some basic math at the top, and then mapping those Euler angles onto servo readable and writable angles. It also has a couple of loops to correct for yaw drift, which is an inaccuracy in the gyroscope where the yaw angles tend to drift a little bit in the beginning for a specific period of time, usually a couple of seconds. The full program, along with all the STL files and the parts list, has been published on my GitHub in the description. And so for $45, I honestly think it's a fun comparison to some of the most popular ones that are currently being sold on Amazon. And now to end this video, I just want to say thank you for watching. You can get all the software resources on my GitHub. If you'd like to build a robotic helping hand kit for yourself, consider backing this project. And of course, feel free to reach out with any questions. Thank you.